Morning. So today we're going to talk about one of my favorite parts of the body, which is our feet. Well, I know a lot of us don't actually like our feet that much, but do you know what? They're quite incredible. We have approximately 32 bones in our feet, and I say approximately 32 because we're all slightly different. We have four arches, the one we're familiar with. There's another one on the outside of the foot, one across the front, one across the back. And all of this means that our feet are endlessly mobile and capable of accommodating even the roughest terrain. Unfortunately, in the West, our poor feet spend quite a lot of their time pushed into shoes, often quite narrow at the front, and we spend a lot of time walking on hard, flat surfaces. So what happens to our feet is that they become a little desensitized and they lose some of the micro adjustments and the movements that they're specifically designed for. So today we're going to take a little practice to reconnect with our feet and show them a little love and gratitude. We're going to start directly by coming into Baddha Konasana, so bringing the soles of the feet together, bring the thumbs to the arches, and a little massage into the arches of the feet, to the ankles, maybe into the base of the big toe. And if you do nothing else once a day, it's really lovely to just take a little time to stretch out the fascia on the soles of your feet in this way. Now I'm going to show you a little rescue technique that I learned on an introduction to shiatsu course I did some years ago. And I love this. I practice this a lot and it feels really lovely. So if you're really tired, your feet are tired, or even if you need a little emotional pick-me-up, then this is the one for you. So we take our thumb to the bottom edge of our foot, so the fleshy part near the tip of the toe, and our forefinger to the tip, the nail side. As we breathe, we'll breathe in to prepare, and as we breathe out, start to apply a gentle pressure to the tip of the toe. Notice the sensations you have along your legs and into your body. And then as you inhale, release that. Exhale to take it to the next toe, gently increasing the pressure as you exhale. Notice the sensations in the body. Our toes are connected to our subtle energy lines, our meridian lines in Chinese medicine. Inhale to release. Next toe, so third toe. Inhaling to prepare. Exhale, gently creating some pressure through the toe and noticing the sensation. Inhale, release. Fourth toe, gentle squeeze. Inhale, release. Last toe, little toe. And so when we apply a little pressure into our toes in this way, we're actually helping to balance our energy. And if we can balance our energy, this helps us to regulate our health as well as our emotions. So a beautiful little rescue remedy. And if you need that at home, maybe just take a little longer, spend a little longer on each toe, or repeat that 2 or 3 times. So we'll bring the knees together, take our hands behind our left foot and float it towards the air. Just ignore me turning around so you can see me. Take a few flecks and points of the toe. So we draw it on the foot. We're drawing the toes back to the face and then we're reaching them away. But bring your attention to the foot. Notice the sensations across the sole of the foot, maybe the tendons in the foot moving. Notice how you squeeze your toes when you point and maybe flexing and trying to open them as you pull back. We'll take some circles, same thing. Concentrate on moving as many parts of your foot as you can. Going back in the opposite direction. Really stretching out those toes. My toes don't open on this side. And I'm really working at that. I'm getting a little bit of micro movement happening. Dropping our ankle, our left ankle over our right thigh. Take hold of your left ankle with your left hand. Bring your right hand so that it's gently holding the toes. And we're just going to point and flex the toes. So we're isolating the toes. This is not about the ankles, and it's about some passive movement. I kind of think this is a bit like cat-cow for the toes. So you have that lovely sort of drop the belly, i.e. drop the ball of the big toe, let the toe look up, and then let it curl through into its Halloween cat shape. So keep that going. And then when you're ready, start to circle the foot passively. So again, it's about creating movement into the foot as much as movement into the ankle. Take that in the opposite direction. And then bring the thumb to the sole of the foot, the fingers to the outer side of the foot, and gently wriggle the foot. So we're rocking the foot a little, bringing a little opening into the muscles and the joints through the body of the foot. But we're keeping the ankle still. This is not about moving from the ankle. When you've had enough of that, take a finger between each toe. You might need to just release the other hand. I have to use two hands to do this. I'm not very agile in this way. And take a moment just to notice how it feels to have your toes held a little apart. Now, those people who paint their toenails regularly probably use those little flexi foam grips that keep your toes apart, and this feels quite usual to you, but for lots of us it doesn't. So take a moment to notice here just how this is for you, and it's a really good practice to part your toes in this way. So if you do have those little nail painting foam grips, it's really good to wear them around for 5 or 10 minutes every now and again. We'll take a deep breath in, and as we do, draw the fingers apart, create a wider gap between the toes. Exhale to release. Inhale, open out the toes. Exhale, release. Last time, opening out the toes. If this doesn't feel good to you, just stay with your fingers between your toes. Notice that. And release. Let go of the toes. Maybe give the foot a little wobble, a little shake, a little tap on the ground. I'm going to swap legs. So ignore me turning round. I'm going to place our hands behind our right leg this time. And spend a few moments pointing and flexing the foot. Notice. Draw your attention to the muscles and joints in your foot. See if you can part the toes and move the toes as you do this. Start to draw some circles. You can probably see the tendons working as you move your foot. So just notice that. See how it feels. And when you've had enough, bring the ankle over the opposite thigh. Take hold of the right ankle with the right hand and bring the left hand so that the fingers are gently cradling the toes, and start that cat-cow. So we're flexing the toes up and down, really working into the joint. Maybe start to circle that around a little bit. The emphasis is on working into the muscles of the foot, taking that the opposite direction. So we're passively creating that sensation of movement. Bring the thumb to the arch, the fingers around the foot, and a little rock backwards and forwards. So keeping the ankle still. This is about moving. You can feel the bones, the openness in your foot. It's about playing with that. When you've had enough, draw your fingers between your toes, as we did before. If you need to use both hands to facilitate that, then do that. And take a moment to notice this sensation. This might feel okay. This might be enough. Or you might feel as you breathe, you can open your fingers a little wider. And as you exhale, release back. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, release back. Last time. Inhale, opening out. Exhale, releasing back. Letting go of the foot. A little shake. A little tap on the floor. Maybe a little windscreen wiper of the feet side to side. Little ankle circle in one direction, then the other direction. And we're going to come forwards into our tabletop position and tuck the toes. And start to take a little rock in your own time, coming forwards, and then bringing the sit bones back over the feet. And notice. So notice the fascia in the soles of the feet. Maybe there's a sensation of stretch in the toe joint or the soles of the feet. Notice your little toes. See if you can bring those to the ground. And next time you come back and you have your heels, your sit bones over your heels, maybe hold here. See how this feels. If it feels okay, start to walk the hands back and find yourself in a little froggy shape, a little toe stand. And you can hold on here. You can have your hands flat and a little forwards, maybe starting to come a little more upright to the tips of the fingers, or even coming into the full expression of a toe stand. Notice the feet. If you've not done this for a while, it can feel a little intense. Bring your little toe to the ground as much as you're able, and we'll stay here wherever you are for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. With some relief, maybe drop the hands to the floor, walk forwards, bring the knees down. A little tap out, release the toes, a little tap on the mat, and then bring yourself to your seated position. We'll float our hands up overhead. Exhale to bring them down through heart center. Thumbs to heart center. A little gratitude for our feet. A little thank you for this morning's practice, for our feet, for all the work they do for us. And I'll see you again soon. Om Shanti. Namaste.